Hi everyone, and thank you for the patience and welcome back to a step further to understand NFTs. Last time we had talked about how NFTs were even prevalent during the Stone Age in the form of non fungible items, but they were not carried forward because there was no technology present to secure them. And today we're going to talk about that technology that has come to rescue the blockchain technology. Basically, it's a technique to store data or information in a decentralized manner. Now, data can be stored in various ways. You can either write it down just on a notebook casually, or you can have it structured in the form of tables inside an Excel sheet. But in the case of blockchain, data is stored in blocks. So, something like this, like a block, and this block consists of three components, and these three components are: the first component is a hash. So what is a hash? Hash is a unique identification of this particular block. Okay, just like a fingerprint, like every human being has a unique fingerprint, every hash is completely unique. And the next thing that this block contains is the data that we want to secure inside this block. And the third component that this block contains is the previous hash. So what is this third component, which is known as previous hash? To understand that, we need to concentrate on the word blockchain. So these particular blocks, which I showed you just one example, they're stored in the form of chains. So for example, let me consider this as a block now. And if you tie them together and you form this particular chain, okay? So here where the block is connected, there's an imprint of the previous block on the next block here, like here. And by this way, it forms a continuous chain. Something like this, and it's called the blockchain. You can see closely. It's kind of linked, a link formed out of all of these blocks. Now, why is this block so secure? Mainly because it's a decentralized system. That means if somebody tries to tamper with any of the blocks of this chain, what will happen? The chain will completely break off. To get this chain functioning again, entire blockchain will need to be reformed. So this thing makes the blockchain almost impossible to hack and crack. And the main reason that the technology has come into existence is because of the trust factor associated with it. This database is not controlled by a single central authority, but it is controlled by the users itself. So we can see it's a more democratic form of information. This data is verified and controlled by a network of computers called nodes, and it's a huge network, and people can get associated with this network through their computers. And the more people that get associated with this network, the more security it brings into this decentralized system. Now, if we look at the present financial scenario in terms of paper money or electronic money, money is controlled by a central authority or a regulatory body. For example, in India, it's controlled by RBI. But in case of a Bitcoin, there is no central authority. It's just a decentralized system. Other than cryptocurrency, there are many other user cases also where blockchain can be extremely helpful. For example, in the educational system, this technology can be extremely helpful to save all the information and data of the students, their certificates, their degrees. Like we had floods in Kashmir just few years back, and a lot of students lost their valuable documents, and to get the documents back, there's a lot of efforts that goes in the background. So blockchain technology can revolutionize many industries and have the records available to everyone and have them secure and private. Now, to explain the privacy factor, let me tell you that every user associated with the blockchain technology is assigned a public address and a private key. The public address just acts like our email ID, and a private key is our own personal password which we don't share with others. So when we provide our email ID, that is the public key, to people around us, they can transfer us money, like in the case of bitcoins and other cryptocurrency. And the password is our personal password to exchange or control or deal with that particular data. And let me know what are the other user cases that you can think of where blockchain technology could be very helpful to humans and our future generations. And I'm really excited to see what the future has in store for all of us. I hope you liked today's video, and like last time, I would want your suggestions to improve, and the next video would be about cryptocurrency.